You're moving from California to New Braunfels. You're dreaming about no state income tax, more money in your pocket, a bigger house for less money. Every word of that is true.
But here's something we want to remind you of. Your $700,000 California home pays roughly $5,000 a year in property tax. The same priced home in Comal County can pay $7,000 to $10,000. And most new homeowners never use the one tool that can break the number back down.
We're not here to talk you out of the move. We help families do this every month, and almost none of them regret it. But we are going to walk you through the math, so you cross the line with a real plan and not a surprise.
But first, we're Drake and Michelle Carter. We're the Carter team at Keller Williams Heritage. We're your local guides to all things real estate in New Braunfels and surrounding areas. So a lot of the people that we help are coming from California and various other states. So we end up running the same conversations pretty regularly.
So let's talk about property tax shock, how the new Texas homestead law actually softens it, and the one move almost no new homeowner makes that can help lower the bill even further.
And just a quick reminder, this is general information. We are real estate agents, we're not CPAs, and we're definitely not attorneys. So consider this a conversation that tells you which experts to call next.
First up, the number that surprises everyone. California Proposition 13, the one from 1978, caps the annual assessed value increase at roughly 2% a year of your original purchase price. If you bought your house in 2005 for $400,000, your assessed value might be around $600,000 today, and your tax bill might be around the $5,000 to $6,000 a year, an effective rate around the 1%. The catch is that protection is locked to that house. The day you sell and the day you buy in Texas, the clock starts over at full market value.
Now, Texas works differently. In and around New Braunfels, the city rate and the school district rate and the county rate all stack together, and combined rates commonly land somewhere between 1.4 to 2.4%, depending on your exact location, which ISD you're in. On a $600,000 home, a realistic plan for finances for taxes that year is somewhere between $9,000 to $11,000 a year before exemptions. That's the part that makes California buyers do a double take.
Here's the part most relocating buyers haven't heard yet, and it's good news. In November of 2025, Texas voters approved our own Proposition 13. Different state, same number, total coincidence. It raised the school district homestead exemption from $100,000 to $140,000. Voters also approved Proposition 11, which raised the additional exemption for homeowners who are 65 or older or disabled from $10,000 to $60,000. That brings their combined school district exemption to almost $200,000.
And here's the detail that the headlines get fuzzy on. People keep saying that these took effect in 2026, but the exemptions actually apply back to 2025 tax year. So the tax bills going out reflect the higher exemption and the lower taxable value already. If you already have a homestead exemption on file, the increase is automatic. You don't have to reapply for it.
The savings depend on your specific school district rate, so we're not going to promise you an exact dollar figure on camera. For most homeowners, it's a few $100s a year on the general exemption, and meaningfully more for seniors and disabled homeowners once that $60,000 additional kicks in. The point is the direction. Texas keeps chipping away at the homestead burden, and you benefit from that the moment the house is your primary residence.
And this is big, but you have to file for your homestead exemption, so you have to remember that key piece. It is not automatic for a brand new homeowner. The first year you own the home is the year that your exemption clock starts, and we see that relocating buyers leave that money on the table all the time. Okay, here's another move that almost no homeowner makes, and it can lower that bill we just scared you with. In Texas, you have the right to protest your appraised value every single year. And coming from California, this is brand new muscle because Proposition 13 meant you never really had to think about it.
Here's why it matters in our area specifically. New Braunfels has topped national fastest growing city list for years, and as values climb, the appraisal district is valuing a lot of the homes using a mass appraisal model. That means your house can get lumped in with others and higher valued as it should be. Protesting is how you can push that number back down.
And a question we get every time is no, protesting does not raise your taxes and it does not put a target on your back. The appraisal district can't punish you for it. The worst case is your value would just stay the same that they gave you. The best case is it comes down and you save money, not just this year, but in the years to come because you're starting from a lower base price.
So here's how it actually works, let's say in Comal County. And the process is similar in Guadalupe County and Hays. Around January 1, the appraisal district sets your value. They can come in anywhere between January and April. In the spring, you'll get a notice of appraised value in the mail. Read it the day it arrives. Don't let it sit on the counter because the clock starts then.
And then the deadline to file your protest is May 15th, or 30 days after that notice is delivered, whichever is later. If you miss it, you're then stuck with the value for that year. The easiest way to file is online through the Comal County Appraisal District's e-filing system. You'll need the e-file PIN and the owner ID, and both of those are printed right on your notice.
Then you build your case. You're arguing one of two things. Either the market value is too high, meaning you couldn't actually sell it for what they say it's worth, or it's unequal, meaning comparable homes around you are valued lower. Your evidence is recent comparable sales, photos of anything that hurts the value like a dated kitchen or foundation issues, and any repair estimates you're sitting on.
A lot of the homeowners settle informally with an appraiser before it ever goes any further. If you don't reach an agreement during your protest process, you'll go to the appraisal review board for a hearing, and then they make the final call.
And here's where we can come in. The single most powerful piece of evidence in a protest is a strong set of comparable sales, and that is literally what we do all day. If you're one of our clients, you can call us and we can help pull the comps for your protest, no charge. We'd rather you keep that money than hand it over to the county.
There are also companies that handle this whole protest process for you, and they just keep a cut of your savings. And for some people, that's completely worth it. We've used those ourselves too. Depending on how involved you want to be, just contact us and we can send you links to those as well.
So let's make the homestead piece concrete because this is free money and it's easy to miss. Once New Braunfels is your primary residence, you file a homestead exemption application, and that is with your county appraisal district. If your home is in Comal County, that's the Comal Appraisal District. Guadalupe County has their own. So does Hays, and so does every other county in the state of Texas for the most part.
Remember that the form is free, and let me say that again because there are definitely services that try to con you into paying for it, but it is 100% free and easy to do on your own. You'll need your Texas state driver's license, and the address on that driver's license has to match your primary residence. That's another reason to get your Texas license squared away just early on as soon as you close on your house.
The general deadline is April 30th of the year if you're applying for the homestead exemption, though Texas does allow for some late filing. But don't lean on that. File it as soon as your home is legally your primary residence. When we close a relocation buyer, this is on the checklist we hand you because we'd rather you save the money than learn about it a year later.
So let's put it all together because the property tax number alone scares people, and it really shouldn't once you see the whole picture.
Yes, your Texas property tax bill will likely be higher in raw dollars than what Prop 13 was protecting in California. We're not going to pretend otherwise.
But you're also dropping a state income tax that can run into tens of thousands of dollars a year for a higher earner. For a lot of the people that we work with, that money actually covers the higher property tax with real money left over.
And your housing dollar simply goes further here in Texas. The home that was a stretch in coastal California is often comfortable in New Braunfels with the yard, the square footage, and the garage, and everything you actually wanted.
The honest takeaway is this: don't compare just the property tax line, compare the whole picture. Income tax, property tax, home price, cost of living, and what your day-to-day actually feels like. When our California clients run that full number with their CPA, the move almost always makes sense. They just want to walk away with eyes wide open, and that's all we're after here.
If you're somewhere in the process, whether you're 3 months from listing your California home, or if you've already bought the plane ticket and you're coming to tour, that is exactly the call we have all the time. We'll walk you through the Hill Country Corridor and point you at the neighborhood that fits your timeline and your budget.
Book a relocation consult with us through the link in our description. You can also call or text us at the numbers below. Visit our website.
Hit subscribe if this was useful, and we'll see you in the next one.